Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformer Shattered Glass Rodimus and Sideswipe with Decepticon Whispered 3-pack? I was going about to tell it a 2-pack, but it's technically a 3-pack. But yeah, you can see there in the front of the box the 3 figures. We'll go ahead and put them all off to the side real quick. Look at that box. Yes, the Shattered Glass got a special box there. You know, got the weird angles and stuff right there. Got some interesting looking artwork. There's some bits about it which are a little weird looking. Also, there's a gun here which is not in the set, but you got the kind of the Decepticon symbol, Autobot symbol, all that stuff. Up here, you got Shattered Glass plus Whisper right there. On the side, you have Rodimus right there. It says Rodimus, not Hot Rod, because it's Shattered Glass. On the side, again, you have Sideswipe. A little bit of Whisper again. Also, kind of weird, slightly crushed box. On the bottom, you have some manufacturer stuff in plastic-free packaging. And on the back, you have product shots and copyrights and warnings and all that stuff. And Sideswipe is affected to the Decepticons, now battling the Autobots with his mini-con partner, Whisper. Rodimus aims to turn the Autobots into a cutthroat team of mercenaries with his health at the lead. Yep, there's Shattered Glass. So, also I want to point out for the accessories, if you're freaking out, can't find them, they're in between the car, inside the box, in between the cars and the packaging. The cars, you'll see them like side by side. In between them, underneath the cardboard, is all the accessories wrapped in paper. They're freaking out. I can't find them. Apparently, someone thought they weren't in the box because of that. So anyway, that's the thing. You also have instructions for all 3 figures right there. A nice like purple and pink thing going on. There you go. So Rodimus, Sideswipe, Whisper. Thing about these, so the thing about Shattered Glass, I don't really do Shattered Glass very at all, really. I've never really bought a Shattered Glass figure. I'm not really into it. It's like, for me, it's cool. Sometimes there's kind of cool repaints, but I've never really bought them because it's, whatever. But I saw the Rodimus and I went, okay, I kind of want that. And then I saw the Sideswipe too. And went, ooh, that looks real good too. So I wound up buying this. So my first Shattered Glass, woo, I guess. They come packed in vehicle mode as well, so that's cool for me. Let's go ahead and start with Sideswipe here. So yeah, you can see here, Sideswipe is mostly gray with some very mint green and some yellow right there at the tail. You know, they did some new molding for this mold, because this is the CH Sideswipe mold again. And they did some molding. There's the gash here across the Autobot symbol with the little tiny Decepticon symbol, just like, because I believe, my understanding was, it was BotCon 08, I believe, where Shattered Glass started. It was started off as an exclusive, and they used repaints of toys from the Unicron trilogy and classics. And Sideswipe was based on Armada Wheeljack, so that's the whole thing there with the slash, because Armada Wheeljack was molded like that. But yeah, some of the new molding for this version, it's based off the later Kingdom Earth, I guess Earth mode version of Sideswipe and whatnot. But it's got some new molding, namely up here in the front. The front is a little different. The green right there, it's done a little differently. And also they added some slots right here on the side. Other than that, it's the same car we've seen a million times at this point. But I do like the deco. It looks real nice. You know, this mold though has become basically like the new version of the Seekers, in which case there are a bajillion different versions of this mold, and that's that. And some collectors seem to go gaga over every single one of them. And the thing about this guy is, yeah, he comes with a couple weapons, which the thing is, they can tab in right here. This is the new tabbing, the new slots. They can tab in on the sides. That is kind of intentional. You can also take his weapon and, peg it in the top if you want. And yeah, that's the other thing. This does not hold in as well as it used to, because they changed the mold for some reason. I'll show off in a little bit what I mean by that. You can put it there. You can also put it on the side if you want, because, there's the other thing, which is it's compatible with Whisper. I'm just going to put that in like that for a bit. But it's compatible with Whisper here, who is based on Minicon. Well, Whisper back in the Shattered Glass. I don't remember what the original Minicon's name is, but I believe it was the one that came with, Wheeljack, Armada Wheeljack. Comes with a little F-117 looking guy, got some gray and yellow, mostly yellow. Got the red picked out for the cockpit if it focuses. There we go. And some little bits of mean green. I guess these are kind of jet boosters or whatever. And it looks pretty good. Not too bad. For a Minicon type of thing. And this is actually a Minicon. It's not too bad looking. Yeah, one thing you do, of course, again, pegs on top of there. What you do for that is you just rotate the legs around. You just untab them and then bring them up and tab them into the top instead, like that. And like And that exposes the peg, which then lets you, which by the way, if you look, notice that peg is got the hole in it, which I believe it means this is actually compatible with old Armada stuff. So that's something to be aware of. But yeah, you can just peg that on there, and there you go, Sideswipe, ready to go. Like so. And of course, Rodimus, you know, all black and purple, and I really like this deck on some red too. Yeah, I like this deck on. What a surprise! Yeah, you got that. You got the, well, it's the Studio Series Hot Rod repainted. Looks great. You got the red headlights. They got the new flat pattern, by the way. It's a new flame pattern, purple Autobot symbol, Shadow Glass all red right there. Goes to see his head peeking through because of the red. His head's just right there. I think I forgot to turn it around. Yeah, all that stuff. You got the silver for the vents or the DOS pipes. Yeah, he's got the kind of the exposed knees back there, but the gray right there. Yeah, and of course, this is the one that was infamous for showing up in a secondhand store before it was even officially announced. Yeah, really good. Of course, yeah, I already like their mold, but yeah, it looks really good in black and purple and whatnot. And of course, they both roll pretty decently. That too. And yeah, his accessories, a couple of which are compatible with the car mode. Of course, you got the little flame effects, which can peg on to the exhaust pipes, however you want. You know, just peg onto there, like so. And of course, his guns can both peg on. There's little slots, or tab on, I should say. There's little slots right here. Like that, and of course you can take his little, I guess his pizza cutter, and also tab that on over top of that. That's all a thing you can do, just like before with the hot rod version. So, and of course you can also, if you really want to, you don't have to do it in the engine block. You can also do it back here as well. There's slots back here, so if you want to have a different spot, you can do so. No, that just came up. Yeah, you can do all that if you want. And there you go. I'm gonna get all that stuff off. Here's a couple other accessories, of course, but I'll get into those when we get to the robot mode. Yeah, get all these accessories off. Yeah. Put this guy back to where he was. So overall, in vehicle mode, they look really nice. I really like how they look here. This is just a nice looking set. I'm really happy I picked these up. Yeah, some comparisons. Here is Studio Series 86 Hot Rod right there, and on this side there's Siege Sideswipe and Kingdom Red Alert, just because you can kind of see, particularly right here in the front, you can see like huge remolding from Siege version. Big, fairly significant remolding there. Less significant so, but you can see the the difference in the front there. They made a pretty big difference there, so that's a big thing. But yeah, oh yeah, I almost forgot the whole thing here with this to emulate something that Wheeljack did when you plugged the Minicon in and and stuff. His doors would open like this, like Gullwing doors. Part of the reason I kind of wanted one but never did get one. But yeah, you can do this in this kind of, I guess, a pseudo attack mode of sorts. But yeah, you can do that. Doesn't look too bad, but also, as you can kind of tell, it's just a robot kind of transforming a bit, but it's not too bad. I mean, it's kind of obvious in a thing they could do, and it's like, yep, they made it happen. So that's not too bad. Right there. The other thing I wanted to mention was the molding changes. I didn't realize is they actually we're doing a running change. So this right here, the shoulder gun, right? So this is the Siege version. And you can see the fairly significant, the actual barrel is significantly differently molded, although I have it also turned around, I think. Yeah, I do. Just realized I do have it turned around, but yeah, that's actually not that different at all. But you can see the peg is different because they really changed it. The only part that grips now in the barrel is this little tiny part right there. It's the only part. See, significant change there. And also here's the the Kingdom Red Alert. That didn't change between the two, but yeah, it's still just It's kind of interesting how the just mold is different for no apparent reason. Don't know what the purpose of changing the mold like that is, but they did. They significantly changed the mold for seemingly no reason. So there you go. That's the wrong side. That one, yeah. There you go. That's that stuff. One last comparison, I guess. Here's Earthrise Optimus, just because why not? It's standard at this point. So there you go. That's the alt modes. They look great. And of course, transformations are, if you have either of these figures, you know, and probably a good chance you have at least one version of this mold somewhere. Yeah, so transformation, I'm going to go ahead and start with Sideswipe here. It's pretty straightforward. You know, take the accessories off, open up the flaps right here, like so. Open up these flaps, rotate the legs around like so, rotate them far enough forward that they push the feet forward like that. Bring out the feet the rest of the way, bring those back in, tab those in, separate the legs, rotate the waist around, bring out the arms, bring them out like that, bring them out and up, rotate those in right there, bring this piece up, bring it around, close it over top, bring out the fists, bring the arms down, bring out the fist, bring the arms down, and there's Shatterglass Sideswipe in his robot mode. And of course, you can also take the gun and do that just to, I guess, finish the robot mode. There's that. Now, Whisper is different, but he's also pretty simple. He's a new mold, but yeah, it's right here. You just take the legs, untab them, and straighten those out, and then take the feet and bring them forward, straighten that out, bring the foot, or that's the heel, bring it forward. Take the arms here and bring those down like that. Then this part right here, you want to, at this hinge, you want to bring it forward like that. And there's another hinge, you want to bring that down. It goes over top of the peg, and then bring the arms down like this, and then take the little wings and angle them up a bit. And there's Whisper in his robot mode. There. And finally, of course, Rodimus. So Rodimus here, what you're going to do is get your fingernail underneath there, whatever, and bring the hood forward. Take these little side bits. And by the way, that's another thing I almost forgot to mention, which is these little side bits right here seem to sit more flush on Shattered Glass Rodimus than they do on Studio Series Hot Rod. Just a smidge more, but they do seem to sit more flush. So for the most part than Studio Series Hot Rod. So I don't know, something they may have made a minor tweak to the mold to fix that issue. So it doesn't seem you might not have to do the fixes, but you never know. Anyway, open the hood up this way, take these, untab them, and rotate them in like that. Rotate those in. You go ahead and close this back up. Take the sides here, push them down, untab them and unpeg them and rotate them forward. Untab and unpeg and rotate forward like so. Take these panels right here, move them up and rotate the smokestacks around and then peg them in on the back. Well, it's kind of peg, but yeah. Open that up, rotate it around, put that in right there in the back of the arm. Take this bit and untab the legs from there, like so. Untab the legs and then bring this up and forward like that. Take the legs here and split them out. Open that up. Rotate that leg out. Bring down the foot. Collapse the wheel into here like this, and then collapse this up and tab that in like there. And that's one leg done. Same thing on this side. Open that up. Extend the leg out. Bring out the foot. Rotate this in on this hinge right there, and then close up the leg like that. And then you can bring the legs back in where like this and rotate the waist like so. Get them standing up. Now here, what you want to do is bring this backwards. Bring the head up like so. Untab this. And then bring this up, rotate that around like so. Bring this in, tab that back in. Bring it down like this. This will tab into the back of the chest like that. And then to right here, bring this up, rotate it around, and then bring it up and tab it in like that. And there you go. That's Rodimus in his robot mode. So yeah, robot modes. You can see getting in, I guess, close. We're gonna go look at Sideswipe first. Got a new head for Sideswipe. It's a very nice one. Very Armada Wheeljack-esque. Maybe it's pretty obvious this poor getting a freaking Armada Wheeljack, which I might get that one too because I've always kind of wanted one. But except now it's one that can move. But yeah, again, you can see that nice face there. You got the gray and kind of a darker gray and some black and red eyes. You got again the gash, which looks cool. This they still haven't really fixed that. This doesn't tab in like it's supposed to. They still haven't fixed it, but it's not a huge deal. Again, the mint green, really like it. It works here. And the gray and some yellow there on the knees, all that stuff, the gray feet, backpack, not much of anything there. Cleans up real well. Just generally looks really good in my opinion. Whisper here, yeah, again, mostly yellow, some gray, again, the mint green as well. Got the little red, like, mono visor face thing. I don't know, just there's like no mouth there, and he must scream. And again, the yellow and black on the little wing things, and there's not much here on the back, just a little tail fin, I guess. So yeah, pretty simple transformer, but it's a mini-con. It's supposed to be kind of simple. And Rodimus, again, you got really nice purple there on the little head crest there. You got he's got the handlebar mustache and the goatee and the red eyes, and of course that's part of the reason you just want it because it's just so it's so douchey. And just you got that the flame effect there with the kind of the faux red headlights there. You got the purple and gray right there, actually more of a silver. You got the silvery thighs, you got the purple here on the legs, look nice. You got some gray there, the pipes and everything, and again you get the backpack, but of course you got the gray fin and everything. It just looks really, really nice. And yeah, this was the reason I wanted it in the first place. And then of course they announced it's a 2-pack, and I'm like, yeah, the Sideswipe. At first I'm like, I don't want the 2-pack, and then I was like, actually, I kind of do want it now. So yeah, good looking set overall. And it's supposed to be fighting each other and everything because Autobot versus, I guess, Trader to return Decepticon, all that stuff looks great. Sideswipe's accessories, he's got these things again, which these can just plug into his hands as I guess batons or whatever you want to call them. It's just little batons. Even got the little this little thing. I believe that was on the original too. Was on one side. It had just the holes on one side. So you got these kind of as batons. You got his missile launcher. Just looks great. Holding these, I know the tabs, you can kind of, and you can, I guess, reverse them if you want the tabs on the other side. But yeah, I guess tabs, kind of a bit of a cutting implement if you want. So you got that. And of course, Rodimus here, there's a ton of things, including, you can open that up and flip down the visor. Yep, that's still a thing. Kind of give him his shades because, his Twitter handle is at Rodimus, bunch of numbers, and he has a bunch of opinions to tell you. Yeah, so there's that thing you can do. Of course, you can, these effects are still usable, in this mode. You can peg them on here, just, kind of as, I guess, blast effects. Again, both of them, I'll just do the one for now. Try not to knock them over again. Of course, he's got his dual pistol, rifle, whatever you want to call them. So you can just hold those. 5mm, as usual. Got the open and closing hands to make sure they're open enough for the guns going, but you guys can use those if you want, both of those. Or of course you can do that thing which you can take the hand here and open up the flap, which is you open that up and of course you got that, and of course you got the little oil can or oil thingamadoodle on this hand if you want. And getting this out of the hand. Open that up, and there's this one has a peg, and the pizza cutter. Go over that. Very solid, very secure. That. So you can do all that. This spins, although not very freely. It does spin though. Just not very. It's just there's a lot of friction there. So maybe I'll loosen that up just so it spins much more freely. I don't know. I'll figure that way to do that. Probably just silicone oil. So there's all that, plus his other accessories, which, didn't bring up yet. For that, I'm going to have to bring his hands back out. Other accessories, which is matrix. Kind of you can see silver, dark gray, and a red jewel. Matrix, which, yeah, you can kind of hold. You can hold in his hand, you know, using his thumbs. You know, the hand can open and everything. And if I recall, just like Hot Rod, it can be a bit of a chore to get into a pose where you actually hold it decently. You can hold that. Plus, there's this blast effect for the Matrix specifically, which just kind of hooks in. So, if I can get that. It just kind of plugs in over top, and now it looks like he's opening it. And there you go. Darken their lightest hour. I don't know what the phrase is in Shadow Glass, but in this one I've noticed the rubberiness is kind of not quite straight, I think, because it does not want to plug in very easily. There you go. It plugs in. There you go. Again, it's rubbery plastic, so beware. You know, long term, who knows? Might start sticking. Who knows? But there you go. That's Rodimus's extras. So, articulation, going again, same order. Gonna get this out of my real quick. Head, ball joints, so left, right, up, down, lots of waggle. There's a lot of waggle there. Bring this down just a little bit more. There we go. Shoulders do a full 360. They have outward. There's, of course, bicep swivel. Elbows can bend 90 degrees. Wrists can go inward, I guess, if that's useful at all. You have a waist swivel, unhindered. Hips go forward this far and back this far and outward this far, so full splits. You do have a thigh swivel, which is nice. Knees can bend almost 90 degrees. You know, actually not quite 90 degrees. But bend that far before you kind of hit the wall of, yeah, there's just nowhere for anything in here to go. And down here at the feet, you do have ankle tilts, which is nice. And that's pretty much your lot there. Pretty standard articulation there on Sideswipe. Still a good figure. I mean, a lot of people even have like 15 of these things now, I think. There's like, Whisper here. Not a whole lot, but a decent amount considering, you know, old minicons. No head articulation. It's kind of too molded into his shoulder and everything, but he does have ball jointed shoulders. So you got full rotation there. You got outward. You can have a elbow bend, full 90 degrees, and you can also go the other way if you want. Right here, you have, you know, forward and back really far and outward really far, and knees can bend more than 90 actually, which is nice. You can even bend forward if you want, and his heel can go up and down if you need that for whatever reason. And one other thing I want to mention, which is apparently you can pull that off, and apparently that is compatible with minicon stuff, the pegs and whatnot. That is also compatible with minicon pegs. So if you want to, you know, plug them into old minicon compatible toys, there you go. And one other thing, I can just glossed right over it. I'm just going to transform him back to, well, later I'll transform him back, but because yeah, it's one of those things I have to figure out how to show off some stuff, and it's like these things are right in direct contradiction with each other on that front. So there's that. Rodimus, of course, his head, left and right, up and down, waggle, all that stuff. Shoulders, do 360. Watch out for the fin there. Of course, he's got the whole thing, which people complain about, which is shoulders, you know, bang him in his own head. He does have a slight bit of a butterfly, but not a whole lot. So there's that. Yeah, so you got bicep swivel. Elbows can bend that far. Nice bit of articulation there. Hands do rotate, and the fingers can open and close. Has a waist swivel. Hips can go forward that far and back that far, outward that far. Thighs, nice bit of rotation there. Knees are double jointed, so you got a nice bend. And feet can go forward that far, back that far, and they can tilt that much. So again, also pretty good posability. Just the shoulders can be a little weird, just as before, but most people already knew about that because, well, a lot of people won't shut up about it too. So there you go. That's the posability. Yeah, so one quick comparison I want to do before I get to some other stuff. Yeah, this is my thing. I got Rung here just because I had him with Sideswipe, and I just wanted to show this is one of the old I guess, Battle Masters now, and just kind of compare him to the Minicon. Just, you know, he's a bit shorter. See, he's a bit shorter. He's way more limited articulation. This is just overall a much better miniature figure, and it feels much more solidly built. He even got pins and everything. It just feels much more solid than this. You know, this can, you know, turn into a gun, but, you know, it doesn't really take much. You know, that's it. And it's super limited articulation versus him, you know, nicer articulation, slightly bigger, you know, all that stuff. And transformation is actually, you know, interesting. So all these things. Yeah, just transforming real quick. I'm getting him to, yeah, right here. Transform him like this, because there's another thing he can do, which I forgot. Yeah, because of the, I guess, Minicon port that is also 5mm, he can plug into Sideswipe's arm like that, and I guess now he's got his Minicon thing going on, and there you go. You can also plug into any of the other 5mm ports on him, or any other figure. And I know we're getting that version of Hot Shot with Jolt soon, so hey, Minicons are coming back. They heard you guys. We're getting Minicons again, so hooray! But yeah, I just want to show that one off real quick. But yeah, for the rest of the comparisons, though, again, we're gonna just kind of do this whole thing. So here's Studio Series Hot Rod. Also, it's kind of being weird about standing right now. Studio Series Hot Rod. Siege Sideswipe. Kingdom Red Alert. And yeah, I'll just put him in the back. Earthrise Optimus. Again, there's a reason why we get so many of this mold, and this one's actually because, well, that's a good toy. Period. It just is. It's just a good toy. There you go. That's the comparisons. Yeah, overall, this set is really nice. I like it a lot. This is my first foray into Shattered Glass. I am not regretting it at all. It's a good set. Rodimus, you know, based on a good toy I really love. This is based on a good toy I really love. These are really nice colors. I really like them. I'm not seeing any real signs of mold degradation. It's amazing how many times this figure, you know, this mold has been used, and yet it's still solid after all these times. This is like the 14th or 15th version of this mold. There's that. Whisper's nice. I'm very surprised. You know, I remember those old Minicons, like some of them technically had some degree of posability. It was very limited to whatever reason. But this one has a nice degree of posability. It's just, they're really nice toys, and I'm glad I got them. And yeah, probably not going to go out and buy a whole bunch of Shattered Glass stuff, because yeah, I'm not at this point also money, because I missed a lot of them. But these are good. I do not regret getting them, and it's still available. I believe it's about, what is it, 50? About the size of the same price as a liter or so, $50 to $60. I can't remember. I think it's like $55, $60, somewhere in that range, because it's, you know, Voyager class and Deluxe class plus a Minicon, however much that money that adds. Regardless, good figure. I'm willing to bet Wheeljack's probably going to be sold as a Voyager watch. Armada Wheeljack Voyager. Count it. Or probably like the, oh god, it's probably going to be like Hot Shot. Was it like charging $40 for that or something like that? Yeah. But anyway, these are good. I really like these figures, and if you like what they have, what's here, if you like how these look, if you like the molds, or maybe this is your first foray into the mold, which would be very surprising considering Sideswipe. Very good. They're very good. They're worth picking up. Again, even at the price they are, some people might balk a little bit. Trust me on this. They're good figures, and I think you'll be happy if you buy them. They're still available at this point on Hasbro Pulse. There's still plenty, at least as of the time of this recording. So I'd go ahead and pick them up. I just really like that. I just wanted that Rodimus, and I am very happy that, yeah, I got it. So, I hope you found this review informative and entertaining. I hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social medias in the description and at the end of the video, and check out my Coffee Man Patreon. I shall see you next time with another video review.